Hello, viewers. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Life and More. Today we have with us Mr. Sanjay Desai. He's the founder and CEO of ConsciousLeap, a platform that is committed to transforming mental well-being through holistic, sustainable, and preventive approaches. Welcome, Mr. Desai.
Hello, good morning. Nice to thanks for getting me onto the show. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. So, tell me something about yourself. How from a banker you turned to mental well-being?
Well, long story.
How did we are ready to hear?
Okay, so yeah, I have been a banker. I was a banker for 15 years post my IIM and CA, and after that, during the dot-com days, I got attracted to entrepreneurship. So actually, I have done 2, 3 startups, and one
Okay.
of the startup we succeeded. We made it to a public company, um,
Mhm.
which is 1,000 crore technology company today.
Oh,
um, so the story is actually linked to that, which is why I'm sharing this.
mhm.
So in parallel to this whole thing, I also had a spiritual journey with God's grace. I mean, it is very interesting that it's at IIM that I got introduced to spirituality, because we used to have one course, art of Japanese management, actually.
Okay.
And in that, it opened my eyes to how the Japanese industrialists and entrepreneurs, they actually integrated a lot of Buddhism, actually, self-awareness, into their uh, management practices.
Curriculum.
Yeah, actual management practices. And so most of these companies that we know, Sony, Toyota, all these companies, they all grew during that phase, and which is why this whole course was
Okay.
about. So that
Mm,
inspired me, and so that got me into Zen, and then Zen got me into reading J Krishnamurti, and then I moved to Osho and Ramana Maharshi. And then we actually, Aarti, my partner, life partner, I
mhm.
also found her because of her spiritual orientation. And then, we were trekking the
Okay.
Himalayas in early 90s, and
Mhm.
we actually had an encounter with a sannyasini living in a cave. Um,
Mhm.
and with her grace, she was present in my life till 2010. And
Mhm.
and so, a lot of my material journey, I felt was influenced by this whole spiritual journey also that I had. And she passed in 2010, and
Oh,
one of the things that she used to always say is that we take birth not just to get things, but to also give back, to contribute to society.
mhm.
So of course, in the honor of her presence in my life for so many years,
Mhm.
I wanted to do something, and that actually got me
Okay.
thinking into, okay, what can I do with whatever I have built over the years.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that is how Conscious Sleep was born.
Mhm.
Is
A
that
sort
how?
of uh, a sort of like dedication to her.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yeah,
Mm. That's very sweet.
yeah. And of course, I know your next question is, what is Conscious Sleep about?
Yeah.
So there were a few very life lessons, okay, that I had with her, that has obviously influenced what we do in Conscious Sleep. Couple of them I will share, right? One of them,
Mhm.
she was never like the conventional gurus that we see in society.
Okay.
And perhaps that is why I stuck to her, because she would never give a lecture. She would never say ye karna hai, wo karna hai. uh, but she had this amazing way of indirectly influencing you by getting you to
mm,
introspect and getting you to think about things. Uh, so that was one important thing that actually influenced me. And secondly, she'd made a pointer once that every moment we face, every reality that we face, is actually a sum total of what we have desired once upon a time, and then the experiences that you lived through. And I, of course, challenged her, and that was the beauty about her, that I mean, she was like a mother, actual mother, and I could speak with her like a friend. uh, so I challenged her, and she said, she taunted me, saying, तुम तो पढ़े लिखे हो, अ, बिना अनुभव के कैसे मुझे चैलेंज करते हो, तुम अनुभव करके तो देखो. And
okay.
that really hurt me, and it kind of ignited
Mm,
me, and that got me into both doing well in Citibank. I used to be in Citibank, and then in Citibank I
at that
thought
time.
that, yeah, at that time I'm talking about 90s. And
Mm,
I realized that what she was saying could be true, because I was given challenges, like, for example, launching insurance business in Saudi Arabia, which is an Islamic country. And
mm.
I thought it happened. Okay, so my only way for me to test it, that what she's saying is right or not, was to go on my own, and which is what I did after year 2000.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and then my whole entrepreneurial journey also basically brought out to me that what she was saying is absolutely right. What dreams I had, okay, they went and materialized. But of course, it's not so simple that uh, you know you sit on a sofa or a bed, as there are some schools of thought who say, and visualize and things happen. Maybe it is, I don't know, at least it was not for me. But
It is never. It is never like that.
but I realized that the world keeps throwing things at you, and especially as an entrepreneur, you go through lots of ups and downs. And the whole thing is, how can you actually sustain that journey? Okay, how can you fall and then get up again next morning, all motivated to continue your journey? So this is what struck me, and this is where I felt that the whole spiritual base that I had got from her. I mean, it was not that I was into too many practices. Main practice I had was meditation. Um,
Mm.
Actually helped me a lot, sustain my success journeys. And so I felt that this is something that is important to share with the world. That is how we began consciously with that. How can I actually share this with the world?
So
Yeah.
which year was that? When exactly was Conscious Sleep
This was
launched?
about, so I formed a company in 2013, but we really started
Mm,
working on it in 2016. So
okay.
yeah, and
Why the 3 year gap?
it was not really a gap, because I was still
Mm,
associated with my public company,
okay.
technology company.
Busy with other works.
And also, it's a very good question, actually. So I actually made a whole logical framework of how do you go about manifesting your dreams. Um,
Okay.
and then, so all this is in parallel to my role in Orient Pro. And then I didn't want to render that framework, like didactically, as some other guru or somebody giving a theory. That is when I actually sat and wrote this fiction book. I said, okay, let
Okay.
me take a let me write
Okay.
a fiction story,
Mm,
and so that the reader can, you know, uh, get from that story. That is how I ended up
mm.
writing Jasmine Builds on Shifting Sands. That is the name of the book. Yeah.
Okay. So that came out in 2013, 14, 15. Which year?
Uh, I guess by the time I published it, it would have been
Mm,
2016. Yeah. It took me a couple of
16.
years,
Okay.
yeah,
Mm, mm.
to actually
Okay.
yeah, write that fiction story. I took a young girl as the
Mm.
protagonist, and got her to go through a fashion model journey and succeed, while actually rendering all the lessons of different stages of a success journey. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So consciously, you started you began the work actually in 2016. So how did you go
Yeah.
about it? What exactly did you do?
Yeah. Yeah. So what exactly happened? I'll share the story. So what exactly happened is that
Mhm.
when some of my friends, I am friends, they read my book, they felt
Mm.
that this is too critical, and like I must bring it out to the world in more
Okay.
formats. Uh, and I think because of my past training through Citibank, through a technology company, um, I also wanted to kind of do it in a way by which it is available to lots and lots of people, not just to a limited
Mm.
few. Um, and so I had some very good friends who were life coaches, who were like corporate coaches, ex-Taj actually, and they
Mm.
actually helped me put together a workshop, an experiential workshop, which is completely introspective in nature, by which then participants actually introspect on their own success journey. And
Mm.
so it was a 2-day workshop, and we found that everybody who went to the workshop felt very empowered and kind of suddenly had a lot of clarity. uh, they knew what and how they need to actually go about their life for success, basically realize the potential.
Mm.
uh,
Mm.
so so we did this workshop, initially for a couple of corporates, and then we thought that we should also do for small companies. We did a couple of small companies, and then interestingly, schools approached us and said, can you do this for our kids who are especially ninth, 10th, 11th?
Mm.
And of course we were very surprised because I have no such background in education. But
Mm.
we actually made a whole 4-hour format. So out of that 2-day format, we did a 4-hour format. And we first did it at Riverside School in Ahmedabad. Kiran Sethi, she's
Mm.
anyway a very famous educationist. And then
Mm.
Springdale College, Lucknow, they said, can you do this for our 11th grade? And that is how we started doing this for schools. And that is
Okay.
how we landed into this whole space,
Mm.
where we suddenly realized that, oh, what I've done, is something that is so relevant to children and kids of
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is how we've landed with doing the work that we are doing. I'll just continue the story a bit because I know you'll come there.
Mm.
And that is when COVID
Mm.
happened, and then we could not do workshops anymore.
Mm.
So I guess with our past background of technology and scaling and all that, and lots of inputs from academicians, who basically
Mm.
said that, look, what you have is something very fundamental, okay, and especially post COVID, this is like so important. It's become much more important now. So can you make
Mm.
something that is far more substantial for children in the form of some kind of a curriculum?
Mm.
uh, so we of course put our heads together, and fortunately I've always had a very young team.
Mhm.
So we had a few breakthroughs in which we converted the workshop into what we technologically call micro courses,
Mhm.
but finally, so initially it was a technology platform, but finally, with
Mm.
schools inputs, we converted into a journal format. And we made
Okay.
a 3-year curriculum, starting
Okay.
age 10. So basically, they
Mm.
said by the time school kids reach adolescence,
Mm.
uh, and they finish this, curriculum. So that was one input that came, and the other input that came, and which was very natural to our framework anyway, is well-being. Okay, because what I had always seen is that, while we used to call our program "Make You Happen" and be focused on success, the truth is that, without regular well-being, it is not possible to get success.
Yeah.
Uh, so one of the central piece of the whole framework is, bringing well-being into your life, realizing that, oh, I need to bring well-being into your life because, there's so many ups and downs that will keep coming. And vice versa, unless you get success, we don't sustain well-being. So that was the other
Mm,
problem everybody has. It's easy to say, do yoga, do this, do that, you know like we do it for maybe a couple of weeks, and then, it's like goodbye. So
mm,
unless we see that it is actually helping us attain our day-to-day goals, we don't sustain that. So this was success and well-being. Integration was the integral part of my framework, which is what I had learned in life. And so the academicians started saying that, you really need to bring this out. um, that is how we landed with something that we call Wellspire, which is a
that's
3-year
fine.
curriculum. Yeah, I can show you. It's like we made it very, very
Uh-huh.
attractive to kids.
Mhm.
So we have
Okay.
three journals like this: My Journal of Wellbeing, and,
Okay.
year one focuses on self-awareness. Year two
Mhm.
focuses on relationships, and year three focuses on
Okay.
success. Because the
Okay.
self-awareness is a foundation for well-being,
Hmm.
and,
Hmm.
we want to understand relationships and understand success, and like how we can bring well-being into these two major aspects of our life, so
Hmm.
that at least 80% of the aspect of our life gets covered. So yeah, the whole
Hmm.
approach was to build a foundation, rather than, give shortcuts, or give, some
Workshop.
kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
small workshops. So before
Yeah,
before COVID happened, so in a way, like COVID catapulted you.
that's right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So before
It forced
COVID,
us to find
like
longer,
you
uh,
go ahead, go ahead.
it forced us to find longer term and longer
Huh.
and
Yeah.
solutions. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So before that, you used to hold like workshops at different schools. So uh, which all geographical area did you cover? Like you told about Ahmedabad,
No,
and
no.
what all
So
areas did you?
workshops we did in Ahmedabad, mainly in Riverside School, and then
Okay.
we did it at Springdale in Lucknow.
Sorry.
Springdale College, that's a school that goes up to 11th, 12th grade.
Okay.
Then we did it for SP Jain undergraduate
Mhm.
kids. Uh, we did it for BML Munjal MBA class, actually.
Okay.
Um,
But
yeah,
different age groups, quite different age groups.
exactly. So,
Mm,
see, that's a thing, right? The framework
mm,
that I had made was really like entrepreneur in mind, because that is where I was coming
mm,
from. Because entrepreneur
mm,
goes through so many ups and downs, and
mm,
this is what we realized later that kids of today face. They face so
mm,
many ups and downs in here that they get lost.
mm,
And that is where we realized that I may have not thought of it earlier, but then this is such a universal thing. In fact, today when we go,
mm.
people say, "Oh, why are you not doing this for your own age group where everybody is looking for purpose?"
Yeah, that's true. So do you have plans to do it for different age groups?
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, yes.
Mm,
I mean, as many people as
okay.
we can reach, yeah.
Mm, okay. Okay.
But so it's
So
really
tell
universe
me.
pushing us
Mhm,
in these directions is
mm.
how I see it. Yeah. Hmm.
So so tell me, as of today, what do you do? How do you go about this program? And is it like permanently there in some schools or some educational institutions, or how do you go about it? What is happening on the
So,
ground level today?
Yeah. So ground level is not easy at all.
Mm.
Me and my colleague, we must have gone and met over 200 school leaders, all cities, like right
Ask,
from.
see,
Sorry.
one second, one second. There is one thing that a school principal or administrator calling you, like it happened in Riverside or Springdale.
Yeah.
But there is another thing, you approaching the schools.
That is what we are doing right now.
So is it easy?
It's not easy at all.
How do schools welcome you?
So the truth is that they really welcome us very well. Okay, they love
Mm,
it. You know
mm,
what we've done and what we are doing. Before
mm,
that, I'll just give you the span of where we've reached until now. So until now,
mm.
we have managed to reach about 15,000 students,
Okay,
of which we have something called Make You Happen, which is that workshop format, which we've converted into a curriculum format for higher age students now.
okay,
So that along with workshop, we've done it for about 5-6,000 kids, and this Wellspire, the 3-year thing, is another 7-8,000 kids. What has happened is that obviously year one I had to offer a free pilot, okay, to lots of schools. I offered a free pilot in Surat,
okay,
Ahmedabad, and Uttarakhand government gave us an okay to do a pilot for 1,000 schools.
okay.
So these were good breaks. Not that,
Mm,
I mean, we also kept this very, very affordable. We've just kept it at about 500 rupees per child for the full year. I mean, the whole idea is that how can we actually reach
more,
millions of children?
more
Yeah.
and more people.
Yeah. So, the response we got is tremendous, right? Response from
Mm,
children is absolutely tremendous. From Uttarakhand remote areas, we actually get letters that people write to us,
okay.
that this is the difference it has made in how they're thinking, etc. So we're very happy with the impact, right? Now coming to your question, as to how do you get the schools to actually do it. So of all the 200 schools that we met, okay, there's not a single school who said we won't do it. But the schools who finally happened, okay, are barely about, if I include Uttarakhand, then there are about 50 schools. Okay. So yeah, there is resistance, but it's like how I see is that how the sea waves have to keep hitting the shore, to shape the shore. It's like we are called, because
Mhm,
everybody agrees that this is absolutely needed. Okay, everybody, the impact is also seen by everyone,
mhm,
um, but the adoption, right, for society is slow, compared to at least our ambitions. um, so uh, I mean, having said that,
What's the
right,
reason? What's the reason for this?
the main reason that we are finding is that nobody doesn't want to do it. Okay, but
Hmm,
schools in India, the private schools, okay, they have this multiple stakeholders, right?
hmm,
So there are
hmm,
trustees, then there are principals and vice principals, and the third stakeholder is parents, right?
hmm,
Now,
hmm,
I think getting an agreement between the three stakeholders is where the whole
hmm.
issue is. Okay, and of the three, I mean, I would say that perhaps, at least in the minds of school administration, parents are the biggest
Hmm.
resistance. Okay, but though
Okay.
wherever we've done the pilots, okay, parents have become very happy. But the
Hmm,
schools do not know how do we tell the parents that, look, kids today need this, because parents
hmm,
want the kids to do coding, they want the kid to learn software, like all at very, very young
hmm,
age. uh,
hmm,
and but the truth is that given the way things are going, given the way mental health is becoming such a huge issue in adolescent
hmm,
and youth, I'm saying that, look, all the investment that go into education, okay, how do you know that will give returns like it did last in earlier years in the past. Because
Hmm.
if your mental
Hmm.
health issues are going up so much, at what cost,
Hmm.
is education coming?
Hmm.
um, and there's the other thing, okay, which I mean, I don't blame them. The society doesn't see this, that with AI coming in, artificial intelligence coming in, the so-called logical and technical jobs, okay, which have
Hmm.
always been the rage in school. Our whole system is to supply labor to industries, right? I mean, I'm sorry to say
Hmm.
that, but okay,
No,
that is
no,
what
but
our,
that's true.
yeah,
That's
right?
true. Hmm.
And that whole
Hmm.
industry is being taken over by AI.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So if your kids
Hmm.
are now going to be competent in just those skills still, right? Where are they going
Hmm.
to get jobs?
Hmm.
So the key skills, okay, that have to emerge, which I think the school leadership understands, at least some of the leadership understands, are something
Hmm.
like life skills.
Life
Because
skills, yeah.
that is something that AI can't do. Okay, that is
Hmm.
something that
Hmm.
your kids are going to need, okay, in order to
Hmm.
have this whole onslaught of so much turbulence in
Hmm.
life. I mean, life is getting
Hmm.
more and more turbulent, right? And if they have to kind of hold back, okay, in terms of managing themselves, in terms of the emotional resilience, okay, it is these well-being skills and life skills, okay, which are going to be your most critical skill. Okay, so which is something that is not really understood at all at parent level. And even among schools, it's only a few top schools, so even like, see, to their credit, for example, the Association of Progressive Schools in Ahmedabad, okay, the president of that, and then similarly in Surat, right, they are so enamored of this that they actually, they have been helping us go and meet schools. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, because they
Hmm.
feel this is so needed, right? But then finally
Important, yeah.
it has to happen at each individual school. So the schools that we
Hmm.
met are mostly progressive schools, okay, and they do understand, but they don't know how to bring it in, even if it is just 500
Hmm.
rupees. I mean, they say that parents will spend 30,000 rupees for children's tuition, 40,000 rupees for children's tuition, but
Hmm.
if we increase fees by 500, okay, they're going to say, oh,
Hmm. It's actually, very sad that mental well-being is not considered at all.
yeah,
सबको ये लगता है कि ये तो ठीक है ही. People don't people don't even go
don't realize.
there कि there can be some problem with the mind.
है ना, डिफेंसिव है. सी, जैसे
Hmm.
पेरेंट, हमने एक वर्कशॉप किया था यहाँ मुंबई में ही, ओके, ट्यूशन
Hmm.
क्लास के थ्रू, बिकॉज ट्यूशन क्लास ओनर सेड, ओ ये बहुत अच्छा है, हमारे बच्चों को करो. हमने वो वर्कशॉप भी नहीं, हाँ, एक वर्कशॉप किया. तो
Hmm.
पेरेंट्स आके बोलते हैं कि तुमको किसने कहा हमारे बच्चों को ऐसे बात करने की, हमारे बच्चे तो बिल्कुल ठीक
हाँ,
है.
बिल्कुल ठीक है. हाँ,
हाँ, तुम अब
they
जब ये
don't
बात
understand. They don't understand.
पेरेंट्स आर डिफेंसिव. सी, because,
Hmm. Hmm.
see, partly, and this is inputs, not, I don't have direct interface with parents, but this is inputs coming from
Hmm.
so many school administration, कि आजकल
Hmm.
जो पेरेंट्स की रोल मॉडलिंग है, ओके,
Hmm.
दैट लीव्स मच टू बी आस्क्ड फॉर.
Hmm.
टीचर्स और प्रिंसिपल्स यही कहते हैं कि जब बच्चा घर में ही दिखता है कि पेरेंट्स कैसे बिहेव करते हैं, ओके, वो खुद सारे फोन पे रहते हैं, वो खुद सारे
Hmm.
रिएक्टिव है बड़े, ओके, वो खुद सारे, मतलब नेबर ने क्या किया तो हमें भी वो गाड़ी चाहिए, ये सारी इन्फ्लुएंस से जब घिरे हुए
बहुत
हैं,
बहुत हाँ,
हाँ, तो
बहुत
बच्चे
ज्यादा
का क्या,
एक्चुअली
हाँ,
materialism is quite a lot. मतलब most
हाँ,
people are living a very material life. They don't think beyond the materialistic things.
हाँ, तो जब इतना भी नहीं
And
सोच रहे हैं, तो वो कहाँ सोचेंगे कि
हाँ,
हमारे बच्चे को और कुछ की जरूरत है.
हाँ.
एंड किड्स
So
आल्सो बिहेव अ
कैसा
लॉट.
आपको
हाँ,
हाँ, तो दो बातें आई वुड आस्क यू. एक तो
हाँ,
ये कि बच्चे जैसे when you speak to kids, you hold your workshop or you do your programs,
हाँ.
what do you see? what is lacking in kids? Are they very forthcoming about it? And secondly, how do you break that ceiling with the parents कि नहीं इनको जरूरत है इस चीज की?
So यही है, see, this answer to second comes from answer to first. Okay.
हम्म.
Because the truth is कि बच्चे, उनका कोई fault नहीं है. In fact, बच्चे, they love it because आजकल they have no space to express themselves. So you look
हम्म.
at their life, right? फोन में या तो घिरे हुए हैं, या पेरेंट्स भी फोन में घिरे
हम्म.
हुए हैं. फिर पेरेंट्स प्रेशर करते हैं बच्चों को, एग्जाम में ठीक मार्क्स, अच्छे मार्क्स आने चाहिए, वो तुम्हारे कजन से
हम्म.
ज्यादा आने चाहिए, ये वो व्हाटएवर. स्कूल्स भी फर्स्ट होने चाहते हैं, क्योंकि स्कूल्स का एडमिशन एंड फीस अमाउंट इज बेस्ड ऑन यू नो
The
हाउ द
performance of
परफॉर्मेंस.
children. Yeah.
So all of this pressure comes from the kids. Okay, so हमको कुछ,
हम्म.
see, fortunately, we meet pretty evolved education leaders. So वो कहते हैं कि आप मानोगे नहीं कि ये जो टॉपर्स आते हैं ना एसएससी में, एचएससी में, सीबीएसई में, राइट,
हम्म.
बड़े बड़े फोटो
हम्म.
आते हैं न्यूज़पेपर में. ओके,
हम्म.
तुम उसको, ओके, एक क्वेश्चन क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग का पूछो,
आएगा
वो
नहीं.
गए. हाँ,
हाँ.
क्योंकि हमारी सारी रोड सिस्टम हो गई अभी. तो
हम्म.
बच्चे बच्चे को देयर इज नो स्पेस टू थिंक. वी वर सो अमेज्ड, ये हमारा फर्स्ट ईयर सेल्फ अवेयरनेस पे है, राइट.
हम्म.
एंड द बिगेस्ट outcome, okay, that feedback we got was children said this, that we are learning to think.
हम्म.
मतलब इतनी बुरी हाल है, मतलब इट्स लाइक सो सैड.
हम्म.
हाँ, कि बच्चे सोचते हैं कि वी आर लर्निंग. एक वर्कशॉप में, एक लखनऊ में हम एक वर्कशॉप था, तो हमारे ये फ्रेमवर्क में हम ड्रीम से शुरू करते हैं कि तुम्हारे क्या ड्रीम्स हैं.
Okay.
एक लड़की खड़ी होके पूछती है कि सर, हम ड्रीम भी कर सकते हैं क्या?
Imagine.
या
Imagine.
सो अनफॉर्चुनेटली, ये हालत है सोसाइटी. तो कमिंग बैक टू योर आंसर, kids are loving it, okay, and I think that is the
हम्म.
best way, because if kids love it, उनके बिहेवियर में पेरेंट्स चेंज देखते हैं. तो इट्स लाइक वो
हम्म.
पहले कहते थे, चाइल्ड इज अ फादर ऑफ मैन.
थोड़ा मोटिवेट होते हैं.
I'm sorry, it look very
Okay.
negative on parents, but this is what our experience so far has
No,
been.
no. I see. No,
हाँ,
no. I also work with some schools, and
हाँ,
we do hold workshops like
हाँ,
through Life and More. We
हाँ,
do hold workshop, but not like you were saying, not your kind of workshops. We ask the schools what kind they want. So there are
yeah,
different like communication skills. There is
हाँ, soft
language
skills.
learning. There is
Yeah,
adolescent issues. Those kind of things. So we
हाँ,
face this.
हाँ,
बच्चों को I think kids and parents they are far removed from each other. वो
yeah,
पैसा कमाने में लगे हुए हैं और उनको लगता है कि वो पैसे से सारा उनका पूरा कर रहे हैं, बट इन द प्रोसेस एक वेल राउंडेड इंडिविजुअल नहीं निकल के आ रहा है. मतलब एआई
टीचर्स.
से तो आप मशीन रोबोट्स बना रहे हैं, बट ये भी मशीन ही बन रहे हैं.
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
सो
सही बात है.
इट्स अ सैड थिंग, इट्स अ वेरी
टीचर
सैड
टीचर्स
थिंग फॉर आवर सोसाइटी.
टीचर्स बोलते हैं कि सी, ये सारा प्रॉब्लम घर में नहीं, ये सारा प्रॉब्लम एक्चुअली स्कूल में आ रहा है. ओके,
हम्म.
कंसंट्रेशन नहीं, एग्रेसिवनेस, वायलेंस विथ ईच अदर. तो ये सारा बर्डन टीचर्स पे आ रहा है. ओके, अब टीचर्स, ये फिर से कहना नहीं चाहिए, पर टीचर्स कहते हैं कि हम जब पेरेंट्स के पास ये चीज ले जाते हैं, तो पेरेंट्स कहते हैं, अरे हमने तुमको 1 लाख रुपए दे दिए साल के, तो तुम क्या कर रहे हो? मतलब
यू नो
पेरेंट्स ने आउटसोर्सिंग कर दिया
आई
पेरेंट्स.
Huh. And one of the teachers told, like, there was this parent teachers meeting happening, and I was sitting there. So the parent complained to the teacher, कि मेरा बच्चा ये he is not doing this and that and all those things. So what the teacher said to the parent, she said that this child is with us only for 7 hours. The rest of the hours he's with you. So tell me, who's more responsible? And the parent didn't have anything to say, which is actually true. It's all coming from homes, which parents put on outside.
So which is why we feel that, see how you, like, at least until now we felt that it's impossible, like parent group है ना out of control hai. The whole society
Hmm,
has to change if the parents change. Okay, so the
hmm,
only place this can be done is in a school. Okay,
hmm,
क्योंकि जैसे one very wise trustee in Surat, I think he has 3 4 schools. He's telling me,
hmm.
तुम क्या कर रहे हो, तुम एक्चुअली जो घर में नर्चरिंग होना चाहिए
वो
वो
दे रहे हो.
तुम कर रहे हो.
Hmm,
मैंने कहा हाँ बिल्कुल,
true. Hmm,
यही हम कर रहे हैं. तो ये सोसाइटल लेवल पे ये पूरा नर्चरिंग अभी घर पे हो नहीं रहा है, राइट.
hmm,
तो
hmm,
स्कूल को करने की जरूरत है.
hmm.
दैट इज द रियल स्टेट.
So, have you thought about it like parents के लिए एक orientation, parents के लिए some
ये
workshops?
थॉट बट स्कूल्स खुद
हाँ,
बोलते हैं, फिर स्कूल्स खुद बोलती
हाँ,
है कि जब हम
हाँ.
पेरेंट्स को बुलाते हैं तो barely 10% ऑफ पेरेंट्स का.
Oh,
हाँ.
vicious.
या.
So, so tell me, since you are so experienced in this field, tell me how, even if like parents are not coming, understood, but as a
How will you?
parent, what a parent can do at home if if
What a
he or she
parent.
doesn't have time to come to workshop, but what
So
would you
first of
suggest that?
all, the solution I to really feel it's through the education system. You
Hmm,
know, while Uttarakhand has given us this mandate, okay, we are also in
hmm,
talks with 5 6 other state governments. But honestly,
okay.
my dream is that if central
Hmm,
government, okay, says कि ये subject compulsory होना चाहिए, and
हाँ,
this syncs with national education policy. बिल्कुल
true.
नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी यही बोल रही है. ओके, तो
Hmm.
आई एम रियली विशिंग, ओके, कि ये आए. हम कोशिश भी कर रहे हैं उनके पास जाने की.
हाँ, मैं वही, मेरा अगला क्वेश्चन वही होता.
हाँ.
Have you
तो
met
ये,
the union minister?
हाँ, एवरीबडी, मिनिस्टर, जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी, जो भी, इनफैक्ट वन एजुकेशन जॉइंट
हाँ,
सेक्रेटरी सेंट्रल लेवल, वी हैड अ स्टॉल
हम्म,
इन एन एग्जीबिशन एंड शी केम टू अ स्टॉल एंड
हम्म,
सेज, अरे बाप रे, ऐसा सच अ ब्यूटीफुल थिंग आप लोगों ने डेवलप किया
हम्म,
है. देन शी herself says, ये यहाँ वहां मत जाओ,
हम्म,
हमारे पास आओ. ओके, but it
ओके.
doesn't fall under her. Okay, so she forwarded us to the relevant person. Now that person
हम्म,
hasn't seen it or they've not responded. तो अभी वही हमें
ओके.
कोशिश करनी, लाइक जारी रखनी पड़ेगी. हाँ. तो so
तो
that
आपने,
I
what I understand is, हाँ जी, बोलिए बोलिए.
no, I was giving an answer to your question because that I think
हम्म,
is the best solution. Okay.
हम्म, हम्म,
फिर when we come to parents, right?
हम्म,
नाउ लाइफ स्किल्स एक ऐसी चीज है ना कि जो टीच नहीं की जा सकती है, राइट. पहले तो रोल मॉडल होनी चाहिए.
हाँ, हम्म,
तो अभी वो बड़ा मुश्किल है, ओके, ऑनेस्टली.
हम्म, हम्म,
बट हाँ, देयर इज अ सेकंड थिंग.
हम्म,
एटलीस्ट हम जब छोटे थे तो वी यूज्ड टू हैव चंदा मामा, जटाका टेल्स, एंड ऑल दीज
हम्म,
ब्यूटीफुल पंचतंत्र.
पंचतंत्रास.
Yeah, all these beautiful ways by which we were getting life lessons
हम्म,
in addition to our grandparents and parents role modeling and all.
हम्म, हम्म,
अभी वो है ही
हम्म,
नहीं. Okay. तो आई
हम्म,
थिंक लाइफ लेसन्स के लिए ये चीजें की बड़ी जरूरत है अभी. क्योंकि इनडायरेक्टली आना चाहिए. देयरफॉर हमारा मेथोडोलॉजी जो है दैट इज इंट्रोस्पेक्टिव. इट इज
हम्म,
गेटिंग द चाइल्ड टू थिंक. इट इज नॉट
हम्म.
गिविंग.
Telling
देयर
them.
आर, there are like couple of approved so-called curriculums of life skills, by the way,
हम्म,
but they
हम्म,
give theory. Abhi, in which
हम्म,
class can a teacher teach theory on life skills? Yeah, ये मतलब,
हम्म,
हाँ. तो ये
हम्म,
थोड़ी वो सिस्टम पूरी has to get rehauled. uh,
हम्म,
तो पेरेंट्स कैन डेफिनेटली ऐड दिस सप्लीमेंट. थर्ड थिंग, आजकल
हम्म
ये बड़ा चला है कि सोशल मीडिया बंद कर दो
हम्म
अंटिल दे आर 16. ओके.
हम्म
ओके. आई थिंक इट इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग. बट द ट्रूथ इज कि जहां भी रिप्रेशन करते हैं ना, वहां रिबेलियन तो जरूर आता है. ओके. और
हम्म
आजकल एडोलेसेंट्स तो मतलब 11-12 बजे साल तक आने लगता है. So they're going to rebel.
हम्म
Okay. I don't know how sustaining it is. But I think there can be some tactical thing like, अच्छा, तुम्हें सोशल मीडिया चाहिए 1 घंटे के लिए, 2 घंटे के लिए, तो तुम साथ में ये पंचतंत्र पढ़ लो या उसके कोई वीडियोस देख लो. पेरेंट्स को ये सारी युक्तियां मतलब एम्प्लॉय कर सकते हैं.
हाँ.
टू
At home level, things have to be done.
हाँ.
So आपने मुझे बताया कि you met the governments. So what all state governments like Uttarakhand you said that is open to it and welcoming you. What about other states?
So,
Have you
like we went
reached
to Tamil Nadu, we went to Andhra Pradesh. तो सबको
hmm,
करना है. ओके. बट फिर
hmm,
आगे बढ़ने में काफी टाइम लग रहा है एक्चुअली.
time?
अभी लेटली somebody is introducing us to Maharashtra. See, we do have another problem क्योंकि हम जो करना
Hmm,
चाहते हैं that is very foundational. Okay, so
hmm,
lower
hmm,
level state officials को मिलके ये नहीं होने वाला है. We have to
hmm.
meet the top level. और जब top
Top
level को मिल
bosses.
पाते हैं ना, तो वो तो उनको 10 मिनट भी नहीं लगता to see the value and say that हाँ ये करना चाहिए.
Hmm.
तो ये हमारा थोड़ा अभी राइट नाउ कोशिश चालू है. हाँ,
Ongoing
बट हर्डल
process.
है. हाँ.
Hmm.
हाँ, दिस इज अ बिग
अच्छा,
हर्डल.
हाँ.
And there is
So
one more
like you work
segment,
with
okay, on the positive side.
Mhm,
Let me complete this.
mhm,
One more segment that is
mhm.
opening up, and that is foundations.
Okay.
So जैसे अभी अभी हमने कोटक एजुकेशन फाउंडेशन के साथ हम टाई अप कर रहे हैं, तो अपने वो जिन बच्चों को स्कॉलरशिप्स देते हैं उन बच्चों के लिए ये भी करेंगे. सो दैट
Okay.
कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम स्कॉलरशिप्स के साथ साथ
हाँ.
वेलबींग का भी उनको ख्याल रहे. फिर स्माइल
Hmm.
फाउंडेशन इज ओपन. स्माइल फाउंडेशन हमारे साथ काम करने का शुरू कर रहे हैं. सो ये थोड़ा विंडो
Okay.
अभी खुल रहा है फाउंडेशंस का. फाउंडेशंस आल्सो,
हाँ.
आई मेट मेनी ऑफ देम. एवरीबॉडी लव्स इट, एवरीबॉडी
Hmm.
वांट्स टू डू इट. पर फाउंडेशंस
Hmm.
आर स्लो क्योंकि रेगुलेटरली उनको बहुत सारी चीजें देखनी पड़ती है, इवन टू इंट्रोड्यूस
You
समथिंग
obviously
न्यू.
need a multi-pronged approach. हर जगह से you can like break into the system.
करेक्ट.
So
गवर्नमेंट,
आप
फाउंडेशन.
हाँ, everywhere, yeah, yeah. So you work with children. Do you see like actual mental health issues with them? Do you
So abhi
notice?
we not gone into that. Schools are saying that,
Hmm.
why don't you also go into that?
Hmm.
So, then we will actually tie up with psychologists and counseling to do it. See,
Hmm.
reality क्या है ना, राजकुमारी जी.
Hmm.
See, I know मैं डराना नहीं चाहता, but see, this is a reality.
Hmm.
Okay, 50% of our population, okay, is below 30, right? अभी ये सारी चीजें जो हो रही है, ओके, सोशल मीडिया, एआई का आना, ये सारे इन्फ्लुएंसर रोल मॉडल्स, मतलब कोई भी
The wrong role
टिकटॉक.
models.
हाँ, हाँ, ये सारी चीजें हो रही हैं, इनको इन्फ्लुएंस कर रही है फ्रॉम द टाइम दे आर 10-11 years of age,
Hmm.
राइट? सो यू कैन इमेजिन कितने करोड़ों बच्चों की हम बात कर रहे हैं, राइट? अभी इट्स नॉट दैट एवरीबॉडी विल गेट मेंटल हेल्थ conditions, but that percentage is
Hmm.
going up. See, we know that because suicides are going up, uh, drug usage is going up so much. So
Hmm.
all these are indications that kids are not able to manage themselves
Hmm.
mentally, right? Now,
Hmm.
abhi tak in society we only had this sector of um, counselors and psychiatrists, which is very very
Hmm.
small. Okay, and they are really meant for people who get problems. Okay, so समझो हमारी आबादी अगर 100 करोड़ है, तो we are saying 50 crore kids are vulnerable. Okay, उसमें से हमारे साइकियाट्रिस्ट, क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट और काउंसलर्स, कितने लोगों के पास करेक्टिव मेजर्स कर सकते हैं,
उनके पास
राइट?
जाते ही नहीं है लोग।
हाँ, मतलब वो, so what is really needed is something like this in education which can scale.
हम्म।
ओके, और
हाँ।
ये स्केल में
Which-
गवर्नमेंट की बड़ी भूमिका है। मतलब जैसे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स
हम्म।
ये बातें कर रहे हैं, तो वो उनके लिए टू टेल द गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स कि ये सारा करो, और ये
हम्म।
सारे अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड हैं, तो
हाँ।
इट्स इवन बेटर, राइट? तो
ट्रू।
so
ट्रू।
that is a real way of attacking this problem actually.
हम्म।
प्राइवेट स्कूल
हाँ,
जैसे
इफ
हम,
यू टेक केयर ऑफ वेलबींग, मेंटल
हाँ
हेल्थ इश्यूज फिर आएंगे ही नहीं ना।
हाँ बिल्कुल।
इट विल बी
So
लाइक
that is how it
टेकन
is
केयर
preventive.
बिफोर।
That is how it's
प्रिवेंटेबल।
preventive. जैसे बॉम्बे में वी गॉन टू कपल ऑफ स्कूल्स, पर उनको अच्छा लगा, पर
हम्म।
उनका एटीट्यूड है, अरे हमारे किड्स
हम्म।
के पास तो इनफ पैसे हैं, वो काउंसलर साइकेट्रिस्ट के पास चले
हाँ।
जाएंगे।
मतलब you have to escalate the problem to that level and then you pay and then get rectified
अब इट
rather
डजंट माइंड,
than
पेरेंट्स डोंट माइंड, स्कूल डजंट
uh,
माइंड। पर ये जो मिडिल
sad.
मिडिल क्लास, अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड, ये सारे जो सेक्शंस हैं, उनके लिए तो बहुत ही जरूरी
Hmm. Hmm. Actually, initially you said that success and well-being go hand in hand.
है।
Talk about it more. Tell us more about it.
हाँ, सो बेसिकली हम क्या कह रहे हैं कि सी एवरीबडी नीड सक्सेस इन सम फॉर्म और द अदर। ओके,
Hmm.
जो भी हो, इवन अ होम मेकर, ओके, इज लुकिंग फॉर सक्सेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ नरिशिंग एंड सस्टेनिंग अ होम, राइट? रिलेशनशिप में आपको सक्सेस चाहिए, करियर में सक्सेस चाहिए, हर चीज में वी आर ऑल परस्यूइंग सक्सेस, लाइक परस्यूइंग डिजायर इज एक्चुअली परस्यूइंग सक्सेस।
Hmm.
तो ये जर्नी में, कैसी भी जर्नी हो, ये बाधाएं आने आने वाली है, राइट? एंड दैट्स पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड कि पीपल थिंक ये हो जाएगा, बट बाधाएं तो आती ही हैं। तो ये बाधाएं से
Hmm.
को रोक के तुम ऊपर कैसे निपटोगे? तो दिस
Hmm.
इज वेयर आवर स्पिरिचुअल प्रैक्टिसेस और हॉबीज, ये सारी चीजें हमें पॉजिटिव बनाती हैं। मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं कि सबको स्पिरिचुअल बनना चाहिए, ओके? आपको डांस पसंद है, आप डांस कर लो, यू बिकम पॉजिटिव। मैं स्विमिंग करता हूँ, तो there are different ways which is very personal to you, okay, by which you become positive। आपको गाने का शौक है, आप गाना गा लो, तो इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू फिगर दैट आउट कि मैं किन चीजों से पॉजिटिव बन सकती हूँ, और वो हमारी लाइफ में अगर हम लाएं, तो फिर वी, रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है एक्चुअली, हम तो ऐसे ही बड़े हुए हैं, रोज खेलने चले जाते थे, और फिर
Hmm.
पॉजिटिव के वापस स्कूल।
Hmm.
But so honestly, there's no rocket science. But so this
Hmm.
is now consciously one has to bring these into their life, right? So इसको में हम well-being कहते हैं कि well-being activities
Hmm.
जब आती हैं तो तुम्हें सक्सेस मिल सकता है, ओके? और वाइस वर्सा, और क्योंकि सक्सेस मिलना भी ज्यादा और ज्यादा मुश्किल हो गया है अभी, with all the distractions, all the confusions, इतना competition, so इसकी अभी खास जरूरत है। दूसरी बात, वाइस वर्सा, राइट, जो पहले भी मैंने कहा कि कोई वेलबींग को सस्टेन करना, जहां तक हम उनका रिजल्ट नहीं देखते हैं, एंड दैट इज ह्यूमन नेचर, राइट? मैं क्यों
Hmm.
करूं, राइट? तो जब हम ये वेलबींग को रिजल्ट देखें कि हाँ ये मुझे पॉजिटिव बना रहा है, और दैट विद दैट देन आई एम बिकमिंग मोर सक्सेसफुल, तो फिर हम सस्टेन करेंगे ही, तो
Hmm.
फिर अपने आप करेंगे हम।
So basically, it's like uh, pick up pick up those activities that make you feel happy or make you
Yeah.
feel alive.
हाँ
You're really interested in. If you
हाँ
pursue that, it makes you happy. If you are happy, you can work better or study
हाँ
better. Right?
बिल्कुल। और हाँ, एक कैवियट है, राइट? सम
Hmm.
kids youth have pointed out, can we smoke, right? So
Okay. How did you answer that?
so the answer is yes, actually smoke क्यों करते हैं लोग, okay? It is just to calm their mind.
Uh,
That same
hmm.
person can do breathing and calm their mind, but unfortunately
Hmm.
they did not learn that, right?
Hmm.
Somebody taught them
Hmm.
smoking, and then फिर वो addiction बन गया है।
Hmm.
But once कि finally ये addiction जाके मेरे health को खराब करने वाला है, तो the question is, do
Hmm.
you want to calm yourself through smoking, or you want to calm yourself, through some more beneficial positive activity, जो बहुत सारी है हमारे आसपास.
So children understand that. जैसे आप स्मोकिंग का ही लें, बिकॉज स्कूल्स में इट्स वेरी सैड बट इट इज ट्रू कि 11th 10th 11th तक आते आते वो ये सब ट्राई कर लेते हैं.
तो वही बात है. जब अगर अर्लियर एज में तुम सीख गए कि मतलब
हम्म,
मुझे काम कैसे रहना है, मुझे स्ट्रेस कैसे मैनेज करना है, मुझे मैं ये
हम्म,
करूं, तो फिर स्मोकिंग की तरफ तुम जाओगे क्यों?
हम्म. That's why your course starts at 10 years of age.
यस. और इवन 9, सम स्कूल्स प्रेफर टू डू इट.
हम्म,
सी
हम्म,
एनईपी में दिस इज 6th ग्रेड, सो गवर्नमेंट में 6th ग्रेड, प्राइवेट स्कूल्स इसको
हम्म,
5th ग्रेड से पसंद करते हैं. देयर आर सम प्राइवेट स्कूल्स हु हैव प्रेफर टू स्टार्ट इट फ्रॉम 4th. वो कह रहे हैं कि अभी एडोलेसेंस जल्दी आ रहा है, तो
हाँ.
लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 4th.
हम्म. So looking back, how do you find your journey? Do you think that you've been successful at you've achieved what you wanted to,
No,
or
no. So
there's
I
a
think
long journey to go?
you can see the happiness on my face. I had never thought कि हम यहाँ पहुंचेंगे, right? I thought, let me help entrepreneurs, achieve success. Okay, अभी
Hmm,
this whole whether it is blessings of Ma or
hmm,
universe's way of pushing me into this, where we have made something that can impact so many lakhs of children. Okay, ये तो मेरे
hmm,
सपने में भी नहीं था, right? So I'm
hmm,
obviously happy, but now that I see कि इसकी इतनी जरूरत है जो पहले मुझे समझ में नहीं था, then I
hmm,
definitely want this to reach millions. In fact, it's not India, right? लोग मुझे कहते हैं
hmm.
बाहर क्यों नहीं ले जाते, मतलब there's so many. It's a huge issue. अभी there
Yeah.
are one or two corporates who are saying कि अरे तुमने ये बच्चों के लिए किया
Hmm,
है, हमारे यंग
hmm,
वर्कफोर्स के लिए करो. तो
hmm,
एज यू सेइंग कितने सेगमेंट्स पे जाओगे, तो
hmm,
एंड ऑनेस्टली एज आई से अगेन, राइट, कि ये मैं कोई दिस इज नॉट सम रॉकेट साइंस. ओके, सक्सेस वेलबींग
hmm,
साथ में होना चाहिए, पर हम भूल गए
hmm,
हैं, और हमारी मतलब अपब्रिंगिंग अभी ऐसी हुई है कि ये चांस ही हमें नहीं मिला है,
hmm,
और लोगों को
hmm,
नहीं मिल रहा है, तो फिर इसकी अभी खास जरूरत पड़ रही है, स्पेशली जब इतना टर्बुलेंट हो रहा है इतना एनवायरनमेंट. और
hmm,
एक्चुअली इसीलिए टर्बुलेंट हो रहा है बिकॉज पीपल जस्ट डोंट रियलाइज, स्क्रोलिंग करते जाते हैं, स्क्रोलिंग
hmm,
करते जाते हैं, सोचते नहीं है,
hmm.
राइट. अटेंशन स्पैन इतना कम हो गया अभी.
टाइम ही
अभी
नहीं
तो
है. बड़े सारे ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, उनमें भी तो देखना है.
हाँ.
मूवीज भी देखनी
और
है,
अभी
वेब सीरीज भी देखनी है, टीवी भी देखना है.
लेटेस्ट स्प्लिट स्क्रीन आ गया, मतलब स्क्रीन में एक नहीं पर दो चीज चले.
दो. हाँ.
आपने
दो
देखा है?
चीज चले.
हाँ.
हाँ. तो आपने बच्चों, जैसे आपने बोला यू बिगैन विद द एंटरप्रेन्योर ऑफिस
आई
ऑफिस
बिगन
गोअर्स
थिंकिंग
प्रोफेशनल्स.
या.
हाँ.
एंड
बट नाउ यू आर ओनली फोकसिंग ऑन किड्स.
या हमारा जो पूरा डेवलप हुआ है, इट इज फोकस्ड ऑन मिडिल मिडिल ईयर किड्स. हमारे पास जो
ओके.
वर्कशॉप था, दैट वी कन्वर्टेड इनटू अ करिकुलम, एंड दैट वी आर डूइंग फॉर 9th grade, 11th grade, even older kids. But older kids want something on a technology platform, वो ये journals नहीं देखेंगे. तो अभी एक्चुअली हमने ये शुरू किया है ये प्रोजेक्ट, वेयर वी टेक दिस होल थिंग ऑन टू अ टेक्नोलॉजी प्लेटफॉर्म इज माइक्रो कोर्सेज. मतलब मल्टीमीडिया
ओके.
माइक्रो कोर्सेज, जिसमें थोड़ा वीडियो, थोड़ा ये, क्योंकि आजकल की जनरेशन को वो थोड़ा फास्ट मूविंग पसंद है, तो फिर हमें भी कुछ फास्ट मूविंग ऐसे बनाना पड़ेगा जिससे अच्छी
हाँ.
चीजें भी जाए उनके अंदर. हाँ.
So started that.
या वी जस्ट बिगन. हाँ.
Okay.
या वी जस्ट बिगन.
So, as we end this session, I'll come to your poems. I saw your Instagram page and you've written a couple of poems there.
हाँ, इट इज सो कुछ साल पहले, आई थिंक अबाउट 5-6 years ago, ये जब मैं बुक लॉन्च कर रहा था, तो देयर
Hmm,
वाज दिस वन प्लेटफॉर्म इन यूएस. ओके, उसका नाम है
hmm,
मिस्टिक लिविंग टुडे.
okay.
हाँ, उन्होंने मुझे अप्रोच किया, कह रहे हैं कि हमारे लिए लिखोगे पोएम? तो अभी
अच्छा।
वो हर महीने they want something. So for many
Hmm.
years, actually, I've written something every month. Yeah. It was a
Okay.
nice way for me to express. It's the same subject, right? I am expressing
Hmm.
consciousness. But the thing is,
Hmm.
हम बच्चों के पास जाते हैं तो we have to use that language. Older kids के पास we use that language. ये mystic living today
Hmm.
में I did not have to bother. I could use,
Hmm.
spiritual language. I could
Anything.
use psychological language. So it was a
Hmm.
nice platform for me to express ourselves. So
Hmm.
इसलिए I've written a
Hmm.
lot of poems. Last few
Hmm.
months से मैंने नहीं लिखी है, but it was my space for expression. That's all.
Okay. Okay. And are you planning any other book?
I hope to, but अभी time नहीं मिल रहा है, madam.
Hmm.
Just like I wrote on success story, I would love to write on
Hmm.
relationships because वो लेके लोगों को कितने मतलब कितना स्ट्रेस है.
Hmm.
बट लेट्स होप ये थोड़ा चल जाए तो फिर आई विल बी
Hmm.
एबल टू स्पेंड टाइम ऑन
Hmm.
दैट.
Chalega. Chalega. The kind of passion that you're working with, it will definitely, if not today, tomorrow. वो
हाँ,
एक कहावत है ना, I will definitely win, if not today. नहीं, क्या है? Not now, but definitely. I will win, not now, but definitely.
हाँ.
So I wish you all the best.
थैंक यू
And
सो मच.
may you succeed, may you reach more and more children, and may reach more, help more and more kids out there.
हाँ, तो
And
ये
I do hope parents understand the value of well-being
सो
as
एंड ऑफ द
against the
डे
money they
मैं
have.
कहूंगा कि ये कर्म योग है,
Hmm.
हमें तो हमारे कर्म करने हैं, फिर अपने आप को
हाँ,
अ,
hmm,
आएंगे रिजल्ट्स
true, true.
जब आना है.
Do you read Gita?
Oh, because of Mars influence, I mean, I read it long ago, but then now it is kind of in day
In
to
the
day life.
system?
Uh,
Hmm. Hmm. That's it.
faith and
That
karma
is
दो ही
shown
तो
in
चीज हम कर
your
सकते हैं.
talks.
श्रद्धा और कर्मा दो ही चीज हम कर सकते हैं, बाकी कुछ कंट्रोल में नहीं है.
And and so thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
talking to
very
us
nice. Yeah,
and telling us so many things. And I wish you all the best for your future. I wish you succeed whichever endeavors you want to do to help the society. I wish you all the
thank you.
best.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.